right now we are moving forward with the schedule, and now there's a demo of indie gaming with open source tools. So that is by Yadu. Things like that.
Roar!
Yes.
So finally I'm awake. Right, so I see all these people out here and I'm humbled by their presence.
And there are some HoloLens as well.
Yes, Holo people. Yes. So anyways, my name is Yadu. Yadu Rajiv.
That's the bomb you're saying?
Yes. Rajiv. Yadu Rajiv. And I'm from Overseas Cube. And I had to say that, right? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. I'm here to talk about game development. Right. Game development. Before that, let me just tell you, I work as a graphic designer guy, types, and a developer, kind of. So, I don't really have a perfect profile, so to speak. I don't think many of you guys have a perfect profile. So, and my Hindi is very bad.
You're speaking English, yeah?
Yes. Good point. I give it up. Yeah? Yeah, right. So, so game development. So I just wanted to tell you about how it's done and how it is different from your regular development cycles. And so to give you an overview, we'll get to the FOSS tools and we'll get to things like that. Right, so we'll get to things like that. So I just want to give you an idea of how game development works, how games are made, and how they are sold, how other people make games. How there are lots of people making games, and there are different ways of doing it. And so we'll talk about how different people go about doing it, and selling it as well. And right, and then we'll come back to FOSS tools used in game development. So hope you find this talk interesting, and if you have any questions about it, do come up and ask or talk, whatever. Right. So how is it different, or how is it done? Most of the times, they use a language. We all use usually C++. End up using C++. For many reasons, many reasons. Cross-platform, very solid, and many reasons. If you use C++, you would know. What else? So, how do you go about doing it, right? So, I keep forgetting, do I keep tabs? Right, so how is it done? And how is it different from your regular cycle? It's not really different, except it's more hardcore. It's not really different. You come up with whatever you want, an idea or a concept, and then you work it out, make concepts, and make them solid, and go forward with it, like your development cycle, regular cycles, except that it is a bit more, how do you say this, more intense, because this involves a lot of people working together to get to a common goal. So let me just let me just move on to the next slide, which is like, yeah, what does game development involve? See, game development is like making a movie, so it involves a lot of things. So it is like making a movie, and so you can imagine what goes into it. So how many people are involved, or what all technologies. So think about making a movie. So think about how they make, whatever movie that you watched recently, this is very heavy. Whatever movie that you watched recently, is this audible?
No.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes.
Right. So this is much better. So this is like, I'm like going down and like, kya sun rahe ho?
Switch off the mic and sound is also there. Switch off.
It was off here. Seriously, it's off. बहुत था
Speakers off कर दो ना, वो speakers on है.
Right. It's like making a movie. A lot of people are involved, writing stories, actors, screenplay, music, light से लेके camera तक है ना, बहुत सारे चीज़ हैं. So it's like that. Making games are like making movies. So बहुत सारे involvement होता है, बहुत सारे लोग का. So let's say starting from, can we just go to the next one? Right. So let's say if you have a good concept or a good idea, so you start with that. You talk to people or you talk to your friends. I mean, if that is the case, or if you are working in a game development company.
You should ask who hasn't played Max.
Who hasn't played Max Payne? Will again might
You
pop up.
haven't.
I have played Max Payne.
Demo नहीं पूरी.
Huh? If you have played Max Payne and if you have seen the opening dialogue or वो जहाँ पे screen पे आता है and जो बातें बोलते हैं, it's awesome. And who writes that? Who writes that? So वहाँ से लेके आते हैं. I mean, think about it. Somebody to crack where he's sitting or jump off, डर के. You need that effect. वो effect. I mean, Kinshuk doesn't play any games. He doesn't play any horror survival type of games. So if you guys, if you have
Left 4 Dead.
yes, Left 4 Dead is
Survival
Left 4 Dead
game.
is nice, and if you have played Left 4 Dead, it's awesome. Multiplayer keeps going. So it's like a good game is like a good movie. Again, easier to compare when you compare it with a movie, and much. It will connect to people who haven't actually played games or who is getting into games. Again, right. So again, much involved, very involved process from
And for that, he spent 3 months in a gorilla cage or something.
that helps. So
Seriously?
yes, I take your word for it. Right. So animation. So animation is much more realistic if you see. Again, if I sound confusing or spread out, help me come back to my focus, or ask me questions that might help me come back to what I'm talking about. Yes. I have a habit of spreading out and just yeah. So actors and animation. Actors and animation, as in, brings much more realism into games. So as you know, most of the games characters that you're playing are really mocapped rather than animated. Unless if they're animated, you are looking at some really good animators who are animating it as lifelike as they can. Right. And a lot of programming effort is involved. A lot of programming effort as in, let's say, to present all these things on the screen. So I mean, even before that, you need a lot of tools to actually make a lot of these things related to games. So sometimes your developer might need to actually make those tools to make the other things. Like, let's say, a level editor for a designer to make games, make a level. Let's say, for example, let's take, how many of you have played Far Cry? Age of Empires? Age of Empires has a map editor. Campaign editor, map editor. No. Right. See, let's say, the levels you see in your game are made by people. So those levels need to be made. So it's not like somebody's going to sit and do a 3D artwork, pura design level, like, right? They won't do that. So and you need to script different parts of it. Yahan aayega or like, woof, you're dead. So agar wo hona hai, to there should be a scripting element for that, right? So how does that work? So you need a level editor or something to build a level, and so I, programmer, build level editor, give it to my designer guy. He will design जो भी हैं वो editor में. So tools are a huge part in your game development cycle as well. So you can see a lot of these things coming in, as in a lot of these things are involved in making a simple game that sometimes you don't even look at, sometimes we throw away, sometimes you don't play, things like that. So apart from these game logic, AI, physics, sound and music programming, graphics programming, a lot of these things, all of these things come together in simple games that we play. Now, they come to play at different times, right? So, concept wale time hai, when you're trying to make out your game, maybe it's you're just starting out in Notepad, you're just thinking out, and you're just drawing things. So maybe something like that, right? So, so you can see. Should I go into this in detail? I mean, should I or?
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, yeah, fine. I'm just worried. Right. It's like, see, when you're going to make a game, you rather, it's not like you just want to make a game. You first think about it. You might talk to people. You write it down. Whatever. So वहाँ से start होता होगा. Then you might sketch out your characters. You might think about how to go about it. Now, as a programmer, let's look at these from different angles if possible, if we have the time at all. So he's scaring me. He's like walking like that, back and forth. Chalo, so as a developer, see, first I was in 8th when I wanted to make games. No, I was in 5th when I wanted to make games, and I was playing this game called Retaliator on DOS, in DOS, and TD2. TD2 is Test Drive 2. It was awesome. So why I'm saying this is, so us time though I wanted to make a game about a duck. Right, so some duck, so that was it. So so we didn't know, and what we did was we started programming in QBasic to make this game. So we didn't know what to do. So we took a graphics purani book QBasic ka, and we opened it up. So वहाँ पे code था graphics draw out करने के लिए screen पे. So and we made a blimp which was pre-written code, and we were happy, but we didn't know what to do with it. So we didn't have a duck, but we had a blimp, which was better in a way, but then again sad that we didn't get to work. So I didn't know how to go about making games or how to make games. And a lot of years passed, and then I bumped into a lot of people doing graphics programming. Now, I wondered what the hell that was, because at that time, I was playing a lot of games, and my brother was saying I was banned from my computer because I was supposed to do something useful and not play games. So I learned HTML and JavaScript, and वापस आया, I tried to make games which didn't work. I made Hangman in JavaScript, which was nice again. So iteration के बाद I learned VB अपने आप. So then VB में कोशिश किया, फिर भी कुछ problem नहीं था. I mean, it didn't work out that well because we didn't know. I didn't actually know what I was supposed to do. So I mean, a lot of people face this problem that they don't know actually what they're supposed to do when it comes to game development. Again, yeah, we were supposed to talk about FOSS. We'll come back to that. Let me just quickly finish this. So, so I bumped into something called graphics programming using OpenGL. So if you have experience with OpenGL or DirectX, you would actually know. So my first experience with DirectX was when I was working with VB and DirectX. That's how the combination was at first. And I didn't know any C++ or C. And so see, regular application programming is event-based, right? And most of you programmers know that. So it's like you have your window open, somebody clicks something, and boom. So click, say, blah. So that is your regular programming, regular event-based. Now games are like monsters. They are alive. They will come and bite your head off. Yes, some of them do. And some of them do worse things. They will give you a headshot and teabag you. Whatever. So, and yes, that is worse. So, regular applications are event-based. Games are like monsters. What that means is they are alive. Games have a life
of their own. Now, how is that? So the first time I tried was putting my code inside a while loop, something like that. It's like while true, chalo. So, but the problem was I couldn't stop it because it was like while one chalo loop, and my programs crashed pretty drastically. So ऐसा था. And VB में I could do away with that. Even if I was in a loop, I could do something like there was some command here. I forgot what that was. Huh? No, it's like you put it to sleep. I forgot what that was. What that function was. Do loop, something like that, right? No, do events. ऐसा कुछ. हाँ, so it will actually capture the events from the user. वो जो भी events बीच में whatever. See, you know how if you have done any Windows programming, you know how it is filtered down to your how each clicks and how your wo jo processes. God, what am I saying? Yeah, so you know what I mean, what I'm saying. Hopefully, how the events are registered, how the events are registered to the program, how they are taken out, and stuff like that. So. So that was VB. So उसके बाद came your C++, and we figured out how to actually get out of that loop properly. And while we were in the loop, we could have a frame limiter now, or we can have control over the number of frames that were displayed. So the thing was, the raw loop is very fast. So you can imagine how fast your 4 or 5 while loops go. So उस loops में what we did was we were displaying images, or we were rendering things on the screen. That is what was happening. We were purely rendering an image, a flat 2D image on your screen. So and ये चलता रहता था. So इस loop में this is how games work. It's a continuous loop. So you start the loop, the game starts. Now you might get the menu, right? So it looks like it's event driven, but it's actually not, because the menu is actually rendered every single frame, और वो जो loop का iteration में it is actually rendered, and वो भी जो भी events हैं वो events are captured and then passed on, done whatever, and then you get the results. You mean like you might click or like click, and you're like boof. So that event goes in, process, result is actually just rendered out image. So so that is the basic difference between your regular app and your game, which is alive. Right. So and it takes a lot of effort from a lot of individuals who are from different varied fields to actually make games. Now, we'll come back to FOSS tools. So, did this work? Did you get any idea of how games are made? OpenGL. You want to know more about OpenGL or what? It depends. Okay, let's just quickly run by DirectX and OpenGL. So you have your graphics card or a device that renders or displays or draws things on your screen, which is your graphics card in a very, very kind of a way, basic way. So it has a lot of things in it, and how it does is it's business. So you give it, if you want a 3D globe, or let's say a cube, very simple, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So you just pass it the vertices, right? The agar ek worlds. See, you have to think in 3D geometry. You probably have tried, right? Most of you guys know. So in worlds where you just pass jo bhi vertices hai, pass it to the graphics card, and it will actually draw a 3D cube for you. If you want to translate it, rotate it, scale it, whatever, you tell the graphics card, give a command. Now, see, pehle the problem was to give the command, or you had lots of different devices which did the same thing. Now, so do you know how this worked, right? Pehle there was no one way to communicate with devices, hardware devices. Like if you wanted to talk to A sound card, you had to talk to A sound card. If you wanted to talk to B sound card, you had to talk to B sound card. माने उनको अलग तरीके से बताना पड़ता था कि ये play करो, इनको अलग तरीके से. So it was crazy. If you wanted to make a game that worked in one type of graphics card, it would not work in another. So to avoid that, or to get yes, yes, to circumvent, we had something. And it was awesome. OpenGL has something called OpenGL EX, which is for embedded systems. That means you could have awesome graphics on your phones, which you already have. And DirectX is actually a wrapper for all these things. Direct input hai, direct sound hai, direct draw tha for 2D, intermediate mode, direct 3D for direct 3D. And now they have lots of things. Math ke liye tha, 3D math ke liye. I mean, they had wrappers for a lot of things. And they come in very nice SDKs. You can download the DirectX SDK from Microsoft, use with blah 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 blah. So OpenGL hasn't changed for a long time. Now it has. Now it has. Now it has, and it is going to as well. So see, OpenGL was there long before. Sorry, long before DirectX, and sorry. And OpenGL is an awesome way to actually talk to your graphics card. Now OpenGL is talk to your graphics card. That is it, right? It doesn't actually. You have to use other tools or other types of libraries or code to actually connect to any other kind of devices, like your sound or input devices, like maybe a joystick, something like that. So, वो चीज़ अलग है, but it delivers. That is what the whole point. Now, DirectX is like you simply include your include files, and you're actually off and ready to go. Most of new compilers or old compilers come with all the headers and required libraries, static or dynamic. And I don't know. I'm not like I'm neutral.
Stone him.
Later, I'm tired. They are tired. So stone me later. And stone yourself if you're using Windows. So anyways, nothing wrong with using Windows because it gets my job done. And a lot of things again. बहुत सारे software Windows में है मेरा काम का blah blah blah. You know all the regular excuses lame people say. So right. So most of my programming experience is also with Windows. That is also another problem. So जब भी hardcore 3D guys talk, they would be talking something else entirely. And when I talk to them, they're like, you can get it. I'm like, कहाँ से मिलता है? वो बोलते हैं कि direct यहीं से download कर दो, app get करो, whatever. And I'm like, okay, now I have to find an alternative for Windows. So that is stupid at times, right? So anything about making games that's confusing?
You just have to create the characters or maybe a background and their moves in the normal which they this thing they have given. Given a tool, to create a character, and using that you can actually create the whole arcade game according to you, including the beginning. You can put any animation and stuff like that. So they don't require any DirectX libraries, and I don't know about the OpenGL because they do not use Microsoft because it's not licensed. I mean, it doesn't have the Microsoft license anyway. No?
It doesn't. This is funny. Right. No, what I'm saying is, see, there are lots of game development tools out there which let you build games without lifting a finger, and there is a hard way to do it. And hard way mane, it's hard because it is complicated and it's time consuming.
There's one thing which is very easy to use. MIT has released, you can use the development platform to create games easily. It's also being ported now to the OLPC project.
Um,
You have videos to share.
What? I wanted to talk about how you can sell your game as well, or what happens, but forget that now. Motion capture?
How exactly it is done?
There are tools like Poster. You have played. सब play किया हुआ game क्या? Mario?
NFS, Counter Strike,
Mario?
Yes.
नहीं, NFS सब लोग खेल चुके हैं.
Yes.
Everybody has played NFS.
Yes. Mario
No.
has played.
No, so NFS. Let's take NFS. Yeah. So let's say Prince of Persia NFS. How is it made? So music. So क्या है? Cars हैं. See, okay, and they move fast and nice, and they feel real. ठीक है? And audio है, video है, blah blah है. So how do you fit these things together? That is the question. So your design एक चीज है, and game is एक चीज है. So in a way, it's parallel. It moves parallelly. कैसा है इस? See, you build a level design करने वाला software. Okay? So उस level designer में you build a level like your whole city. Fine. So your level designer software can make a level, right? So if you can make a level, you can load a level. है ना? You can save a level, so you have a loading functionality as well. You're creating the same data, right? So the load करने वाली functionality is switched to your game application or actors. All these things are placed together in your level designer. ठीक है? And that is made from code. It is made. The level designer is made. So level designer जब बनता है, बहुत सारे functionalities which are very similar to your game as well, which is like playing audio, right? Loading level data, reaction to your input, handle करने वाला चीज, and your game logic, how your game works, how your game ticks every frame, each tick में क्या होता है. So that is all programmed. Now it's all done in C++. The graphics is made outside somewhere like Maya, Max or something, Blender or something. It is imported in and modified accordingly. Animation done the same. Animation systems are also built. Sound play करने के लिए systems are built. See, these things are built from scratch or ready-made. Libraries होता होगा. But what I'm saying is all these things are done by code, done through code. And then they are actually drawn on the screen.
What about the physics part? Is it
Phys-
something like we have got a particular piece of code which defines all the laws of physics there, and they are applied? Like we talk about a game like soccer.
हाँ.
So is it something like
Soccer is an entirely different ball game because a lot of that is very tricky. See, there are a lot of generic physics libraries out there that you can plug into anything. It doesn't need to be a game or something. You can try ODE, Newton, PhysX, Bullet, Tokamak, बहुत सारे free physics. What they do is they do your F equal to ma. They do that for you, but in बहुत सारे चीजें consider करके. See, 2D physics is a bit different than 3D physics. So when you're doing it, I mean, I'm not very much into physics and maths. I really suck at that, and so I'm just saying. So don't ask me physics related questions. So see, these things can solve. These solvers can actually, these libraries can actually solve different equations and math, and जो भी data आप दोगे, I mean, whatever data that you give to your physics library, it will actually solve it for you, given whatever constraints.
if we don't have code specifically for every action?
No.
See,
Action 2 has a ragdoll physics. If you've seen it, man, all your death animation is like ragdolls. Like ragdolls, like wooden dolls होता है, play actors, मैंने plays करने के लिए. Search ragdolls, you'll find out. So like after the player dies, his body is completely like it's like disconnected from the system. So it's like jahan pe bhi, if he's falling from 2-story building, it will look like it's falling from a 2-story building. I really wanted to talk about indie game development. Again, we are running out of time. See, the whole idea was to actually talk about how games are made, how commercial games are sold, and why not all the small players don't get into the market. Market is owned by lots of huge, big money people, and basically, if you make a game, you have to publish it. Okay, you have to publish it. You have to sell it. You have to go to a publisher. You call them publishers to sell your game after you made it. Most of the time, if your game is not that great, you won't be able to sell it. So what you can do is go indie. This can be done for almost anything else. So, and you go indie, you go independently develop a game, and then you try to sell it on your own. It's like making t-shirts and trying to sell it, in a way, on your own. So, indie development, game development was also something, yes, that was also something I wanted to actually talk about. And why go indie? Because going indie you don't require millions of dollars to actually make games. I mean, a lot of money is required to make games for the big players, and selling, they will get all the money back. For the little guys, they don't really have to worry about all the millions of dollars. All they need to do is, you can see, it's like, you guys, if you are into developing, you can actually build software. You need a compiler, you need an OS, you need a compiler, and you're set to go. If you're going to try to build a dam or something, you can't. I mean, you can, but look at the requirements. Like, I mean, as developers, you have the power to make games. It's just there. You just need to use it and know how to use it. That's it. So you really don't need that $1 million. It would be nice, but to hire other people to do your stuff, like not letting your friend make the music, but hire that composer. Not letting your friends do Blender and make 3D graphics, but hire the next studio. Or use a commercial go click and वाली 3D वाली चीज़ जो गेम बना के दे देते हैं, कुछ चीज़ दे दो और वो अपनी वाला सॉफ्टवेयर बना के दे देंगे. So you pay $800, you buy that software and your game is done. So rather than doing that, you can make games by going indie, and good games as well. So that is one thing I wanted to go into detail. So going indie means that it is low budget and you don't have much money. So if you don't have much money, what you do is you try to cut down. And again, you guys know that a good way to cut down is going open source and using open source tools to actually make games. Now, there are a lot of open source libraries out there that you can use to actually build some games. So we will talk about this if we want to tomorrow, but I'll just see a 3D graphics engine. What it does is it actually renders things for you, loads things, renders things, does the math, everything, a lot of stuff. Now this is, it has a plug-in functionality. Those who love Drupal love this as well. So it's like you can load a lot of things as plugins. Like, let's say if you wanted a terrain, you can load a page terrain plugin. You guys work with it? Have you worked with it? No. Oh, yes. So like you're nodding as if yes. As if yes, we know. नीचे से जा रहे हैं sort of. Do we have speakers? Yeah, on it. Ogre has a plugin system that can plug into a lot of stuff. Now, Ogre is again just 3D rendering and minimal input. Now they're just showcasing that जहाँ पे see, the thing is if you have ever done 3D programming, you will find out how weird it is to actually convert your screen coordinates into 3D coordinates. So they're just showing that, hey, look at this, I can pick stuff. So that's like 2D screen to 3D rays and stuff. Okay, maybe we can just go faster or something. this is just, they're just showing it, that's it, they were showcasing it. So this is Ogre. Ogre is again free and open source. It is GPL and LGPL. So, LGPL is lesser GPL. And you don't have to release your game ka code. So it kind of focused on commercial wallet log. So no, the game is not open source. The game is it's a commercial game. It's called Thunder Wheels or something. I forgot. You can play. Something else is playing in the background. This is all Ogre, and they will be selling. This is just a demo right now. We talked to these guys, and see, this was supposed to be a much longer and crazier presentation, and it was supposed to include a lot of information from a lot of people as well, a lot of inputs from the developers side as well about using Ogre generally, and other open source tools as well. Like, what do they use? Like, they use Musical.ly or OpenAL use करता है लोग. बहुत सारे forces like Boost library. I mean, if you are into C++, you would know. I mean, बहुत सारे libraries are there to actually facilitate your needs and everything actually in a way. So again, maybe we can skip on. It's awesome actually. It's very addictive. It's crazy. It's very, yeah. It's yeah. Finally, I like it. Right. Ogre also has post effects. That means you can any ज़्यादा CPU usage or many other effects. बहुत सारे हैं. If you can get time, check it out. You browse it inside your Ogre. That was a library readily available plugin. It's making another one actually. This is just functionality.
3D. Let me show you a few cool things about this demo. Let's start by creating a new gate, which is sort of like a tab in Firefox, except that it's, of course, in 3D. Start by positioning the camera at an empty spot on the terrain and clicking the Create button. And voila, you can interact with the gate as you would any web page. You can also manipulate a gate. Hold down Shift and drag it with the left mouse button to move the gate around the terrain. Or, while also holding Shift, drag it with the right mouse button to rotate a gate in place. Also, if the gate is too small or too large for your taste, hold down Shift and drag the yellow handle to resize it to whatever size you prefer.
Very good for people who want to make multiplayer games. Let him talk as well. I mean, it's okay. very nice because if you're making a multiplayer game, hugely, massively multiplayer, sometimes you want to bring in ads, maybe you want to bring in something, maybe buy stuff online inside a game. See, ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें. Think about it. You really want to put your credit card number there, and so JavaScript works, everything works, all of these things work. So again, just rushing through. You can also go very fast for this. Again, over just showcasing how it's after you see first product, because it's the same. So my product, this is just a gameplay. So you can see how it looks. Pretty new game, isn't it? This is on over. Again, see there are other libraries like over, like Visual Space, Panda 3D, Blender, Erlicht. बहुत सारे हैं. So it's not just Ogre, and I'm not like Ogre all the time. But it's nice. Ogre is very stable, very solid, and lots of stuff. That is why I like it. Otherwise, why should I just stress it so much? I mean, all the other things are also nice. SVG libraries में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. Do search or ask. Catch us somewhere. Ash Oasis Camp. Somewhere, IRC, Twitter. It's called Age of Racing. It's not out yet. Again, commercial game made with FOSS. This was a game called Nimblebit. There's a company called Nimblebit making a game called I forgot what it's called. But again, it's kart racing. It's also very nice. No. Sadly, they don't show any races. Yeah. It's just at least watch some other thing, not these.
Yes, it's in recording.
Animations. So just watch Jackie with his
I think I'm getting a headache.
A dark family secret. And what seems to be a harmless job. Ouch! Jack King invites you to an
an
unforgettable
awesome
adventure
game again. Developers
with media plans.
3 Electronic Entertainment Expo made with Ogre again. Open source. These guys made a lot of fossils. Yes, and that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy.
You're welcome.
Yes. Hey.
यार ये वीडियो दिखाने नहीं जा रहा. भाई का काम हो गया. ये बैनर भी ऐसे कर देंगे. करना है ना. बैनर बाहर से भी करते हैं. बैनर